Hello and welcome into the Knicks-Verse. My name is George, and if this is your first time here, or you've been here before but have not subscribed yet, please do so, along with hitting that thumbs up button for me and dropping your comments and share the video, please. Appreciate that. I got highlights for you. This was a rough game. This was a rough game for the Knicks. Despite the final score, 128-124, the Knicks did make a furious attempt to try and take this game away from Dallas in Dallas. And they just fell short at the very, very end after basically starting to double team Kyrie, who just went crazy. I believe, Kyrie scored 44 points himself. This was the play. This is the play to show you right here. All right, so as you can see, Hartenstein closed out on the right corner three-point shooter, and then somehow Dante mistimed his jump for the rebound. I don't know how he mistimed it like that badly, and it went over his head, got to Timmy Hardaway, who shot it again, and then we couldn't get. Look right here, boom, hits the side of the backboard, and I think that was Powell, I believe, and then I think Powell kicks it out here, or I don't know who it was, and then it went to Kyrie, and Kyrie passed it over to, I believe it was Josh Green or Hardy over there on the right above the break behind the arc, and he drained a three-point shot. That was soul-crushing. There was about, whatever it was, 30-something seconds left. So the game was basically over at that point. That was the key. That was the key play. And let me tell you, in the third quarter, the Knicks also made a nice valiant run to cut the deficit to 6 points, but could never get closer. And then at one point, with like the 4-something mark in the third quarter, Josh Hart subbed in, and from that point on, the Knicks could only score 2 free throws. 2 free throws for the rest of that quarter after making a valiant comeback and actually winning that quarter 31-27, but only 2 in the last 4 or 5 minutes of that game. And I believe Kyrie himself rattled off 8 to 10 points straight to give themselves a nice little cushion. And that was very disappointing. And they started off the fourth quarter. You know, it looked like the Knicks were just going to give this game away, but then suddenly Knicks started getting some stops and getting some makes, but it's really difficult when you give up 44 points in the first quarter to do much of anything at this point, unless you get crazy hot. And a lot of times, like Josh Hart, I don't know. I mean, I swear he definitely took rebounds away from 2 or 3 of his teammates tonight. I feel like that happens almost every game. He basically was horrific in this game. I mean, I don't want to like soft pedal it, but I mean, let's look at the plus minus. You can see he was a minus 11 in his 23 minutes. He played 23 minutes, 1 of 4, hit no three-pointers, looked totally indecisive out there. Got some rebound, got 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 personal fouls, but a minus 11. He just got cooked repeatedly out there. It's almost like he forgets the game plan or something. And if he's not in transition, he has a very difficult time scoring. And I don't know if he's lost his confidence in his three-point shot at the moment, but he definitely passed up opportunities and took some that he shouldn't have. So it's a weird mix right there. Let's get to the highlights itself, and I'll talk more about this game. Not feeling that great, so I'm going to try and make this a shorter one because I've been battling a stomach flu or some sort. As you can see, I mean, look at this. We were already down 15-4 with like 7 minutes left in the game, and they were just raining threes. These guys raining them in the first quarter. They hit 8 of 10 from the 3-point line in that first quarter, 8 of 10, and the Knicks shot 4 of 12. So right there alone, that's a 12-point difference right there, just in 3-pointers. The Knicks shot only 34% in that first quarter. Came through with 26 points, which is, respectable, but not really for a first quarter. Committed only 2 turnovers in that quarter, however, shockingly. I thought there'd be more. But you can see that Mavericks had 9 assists in that first quarter. Knicks only 3. And then Deuce McBride got in the game for a little bit, 2 minutes. Boom, he hit that three-pointer. It was his only make. He was 1 of 2 overall in that first quarter. For the game, he was 2 of 5 overall, gave us 5 points, but was a minus 12. He got hurt. He got cooked as well. I mean, Kyrie was just scorching people, and so was Timmy Hardaway Jr. Timmy Hardaway Jr. came through with a big 32 points in a game that Luka Doncic did not start. He did not even play. Not start. He didn't play. So this was a game the Knicks should have won. We should have won this game, and we didn't. I got to say, sometimes it happens. There's been a lot of blowouts lately. This was headed towards a blowout. That's the one positive here, is that it ended up not being a blowout in the line score. But as we watched the game, it felt like one almost throughout most of the game. One of the reasons that the Knicks were able to make a great comeback in that third quarter was because of Julius Randle. Randle was he played the entire third quarter, and I believe he played the entire first quarter as well. Yes, he did. And he was a minus 18 by the end of that. Same with Hartenstein, minus 18. Brunson got off to a horrific start in his first game back in a different uniform other than a Dallas Maverick uniform in Dallas, in that arena. I think it's called the American Airlines Center. Yeah, right there. First time he's been back. He starts off the game 1 of 5, only attempted 1 3-point shot. They kept blitzing him, double teaming him, getting the ball out of his hands, and it worked in that first quarter. And it's not like the second quarter there was much difference, even though he did provide 7 points, and he played almost the entire second quarter, as OG Anunoby did play that second quarter, the entire second quarter. Oh, look at this. Even their mistakes were going in, as you can see right there. The lob was too high, but I believe that was Derrick Jones. He just got his hands on it and was able to sink it. That was one of the key buckets there that Brunson hit. So you can see the game's like 16 points here, but boom, right here, give it up and the foul. And then, here's where Randle starts cooking a little bit, starts spraying the ball a little bit more. Dante hits a few. I will say this game did reveal some of the limitations of Dante DiVincenzo's game. Not quite. He's not the rebounder that RJ or even IQ is. He's not the ball handler that they are. He's not the creator that they are. So this is where it does hurt in this situation. But the defense that OG Anunoby played in that fourth quarter on Kyrie to get us stops is what helped us get back in this game. Even have a chance to. Actually, we could have taken the lead. They had secured that rebound at the end and scored at the other end. They could have been the 3-pointer or whatever. It could have been up 2. This was a big 3-point corner shot by Randle right there at that moment of the game. But I believe this is where Kyrie starts. Yeah, here it is. So we're down 6, just under 5 minutes left. He scores. We're still down 6 because we got a free throw. And then Kyrie just starts putting his foot on the gas right here. Look at this. Oh, that was Hardaway passing it over to Kyrie. And then here goes another Kyrie play. Deuce isolated on him, and he just shot right over him. That guy is a scoring machine. That is no doubt. He is phenomenal. Look at that. Look at this. Beautiful. So now we're down 15, beginning of the fourth, and the Knicks start putting. Now I guess we went up to 18. Up to 18 there. But I believe this, Grimes hits this. Beautiful. Nice. Want to see more of that. Quentin Grimes for the game finished with 9 points. He hit 3 of 6 from the for 3-point line, shot 50%. So good for him. Though he missed his 2 free throws. Don't understand how he missed that. Picked up 3 assists for him. Nice. And so here the Knicks, I believe this is where you start making a little bit of a run. Yeah, he hands it off to OG. Again, Randle was missing people often. He could have gotten the ball to OG earlier there. And there was a time when Deuce was wide open behind the arc. And I believe so was OG again behind the arc. And he missed them. Oh, that was a tremendous dunk by Derrick Jones Jr., the former slam dunk champion. This was a nice 3-pointer here. Now it's 2 minutes of this. So here you go. That cuts the lead down to 5. And now, that should have been a foul call, an offensive foul call. The refereeing was atrocious in this game, very inconsistent. It wasn't like they weren't calling the same fouls on both ends of the court. So that was really troublesome, very troublesome. The Knicks did go to the free throw line 28 times, and the Mavericks went 30 times. But that foul, that was terrible. And that's the 3-point shot. So Kyrie drove, got it out to, I think that was Hardy. So here, this is a terrible play. Not sure what Dante was thinking about. I mean, this was the play that they called from a timeout. You hit a 3-pointer there, you're still in this game. You really can still pull this game out. Terrible late game execution right there. This is a meaningless bucket. So, Knicks finally lost in 2024. You knew they weren't going to win them all. But the way this got off to start, it was a little distressing considering no Luka. Luka didn't play. So it meant the other guys were going to have to step up. And today, the other guy was Tim Hardaway Jr., the ex-Knick. He played 39 minutes, shot 50% overall, 6 of 13 from behind the arc, 46.2%. Excellent numbers there. The Mavericks as a team finished 41.5% from behind the arc, and the Knicks only 33%. And in the end, that was the difference in the game. That was it. 3-point shooting. Mavericks connected on 17 3-pointers. The Knicks connected on 14. There you go. That's the game right there. Considering the Knicks did go, yeah, that's correct. But we made 44 buckets. We both teams made 44 buckets total. So we made 30 2-pointers, and they only made 27 2-pointers. So there was the difference in the game. We'll keep going. As you pretty much rattle off most of these. Precious Achiuwa, 16 minutes, 3 of 3, 6 rebounds, 7 points. Again, even though his stat line looks decent there, I wasn't impressed with his defense at all. Same with Hart. Grimes was decent defensively, but he was just chasing people all around all night. And I'm telling you, the Mavericks just couldn't miss. They just would not miss. OG Anunoby, 10 points for him, only 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 of 6 only from the 3-point line. OG has one of his regular 3-point shooting games. Excuse me. Maybe we pull this out. Same can be said for Brunson or Randall. This team, it's a team. It's a team effort. So you can't just focus only on one guy. But sometimes it does come down to that. Even on a night when the Knicks shot almost 50% overall, the Knicks managed to figure out a way to lose. They did pick up 28 assists, though. Very nice. Very nice. The plus minus, as I went through, the minus and the bench was distressing, minus 12, minus 11 for Hart. Those Anunoby is a plus 14 because during the 2 runs that the Knicks made, because he was a minus player in that first half. Anunoby. Let's see if I got the first half stats up. Yes. Yeah, he was a minus 10. So he finished a plus 14. So he was in the second half, he was a plus 24. And that was that first run in that third quarter where they cut the deficit from whatever it was 18, 19 down to 6. He was on the court, and then he got subbed out. That's when Josh Hart came in. And then in the fourth quarter, similar thing. He came in. They started double teaming Kyrie way out behind the 3-point line with Randall, and they did a nice job of messing up his flow, forcing some turnovers or forcing some late shot clock attempts by the Dallas Mavericks, which they ended up missing because they pushed them out of their flow. So it was a great technique, but it was just unfortunate that offensively he couldn't come through for us in certain key moments when we needed it. There it is, Mavericks. As I mentioned, Timmy Hardaway, 32, 44 for Kyrie Irving, outstanding, and 10 assists. 44 points and 10 assists, just outstanding game for him. Here are the team comps. Trying to see. Okay, so rebounds. We did win the rebounding battle. We even got the 28 assists and lost. So it's very rare that the Knicks hit the 27 assist mark and lose. Tonight was one of those weird games like that. the turnovers hurt. 16 turnovers for us, which allowed 23 points, and we only picked up 13 off of their 10. So there it is, a minus 10 points just from turnovers alone. The game final score was just a +4. So you can see we take care of business. We hold on to the ball and protect the ball. We win this game. Points in the paint, we dominated 56-40. Let's see. Oh, wait. One thing I wanted to see is Hartenstein did end up with 15 rebounds. I barely talked about him today. He didn't really make too much of an impact on this game. He had no blocks. Even though he picked up a steal, he had 3 assists and 15 rebounds. You really didn't feel him because the defense was soft, was porous in that first half. And they just allowed Dallas to just do whatever they wanted to. Get to any of the spots on the floor that they wanted to get to make their buckets. And there you go. Knicks never led. They committed 25 fouls, and the Mavericks only committed 19 fouls. But, interesting. All right. Vote for All-Stars despite the results of this game. This is old. I believe Brunson and Randall. Now Randall is on the latest returns, and Brunson, I think, is still in 6th place, though. I think Randall's in 9th or 8th, so it's working. Want to get him on the map there in terms of the voting. Let's keep voting. I just voted before I started this video, so please vote. And that's it. Thanks so much for watching this. Again, I have low energy, so I wish I could say more about it, but I hope tomorrow or the next day I'll be able to, regain my strength and give you guys some better breakdowns and analysis. I appreciate all your support, and please drop your comments if I've overlooked anything. You guys, it really helps me a lot. There's been some questions. I will be doing some more videos. I'll do a video about Mitch and his potential return and how the Knicks might handle that. Definitely gonna do some videos about what the Knicks should do in terms of replacing IQ, because as you can see, if Miles is just, if he makes a mistake or two, Thibs just pulls him. He's not showing the confidence in him that he should. Sometimes you got to stick with your guys. He's given you great minutes in the past couple of games since the trade, but tonight it wasn't the case. So definitely going to need somebody else to help with that, because you can't rely on Dante DiVincenzo and Josh Hart to be the alternative ball handlers. Just can't. And we're overplaying Randall. Entire quarters he's being played. Same with OG. So even though we gained more balance as a starting unit with that trade, the whole team as a whole is now more out of balance. So that needs to be corrected. Let's hope they do. All right. I will see you around the Knicks-Verse.